Mystical, magical, boom, 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 boom. Once you know. Right. Watch it now. Hello, how you doing? Okay, so we have um I think we got halfway through the next section, but I was squawking so much and was just so tired that I like didn't want to keep streaming, which in my opinion is completely fair. I was pretty out of it yesterday when I was streaming in the first place, and I was just so fucking exhausted. By the time I actually got any work done, it was like meh. I was like, oh okay, I'll fucking oh hold on. I was like, oh I'll just oh this needs to be over here. Hold on. Uh Sorry, I thought that I could just push through it, and then it's like, oh, I'll go to bed early. And well, I didn't end up going to bed early. I actually only slept about an hour last night, so I'm pretty tired. I did have a nap. I got like 3 hours maybe, um, during the day, but I spent the whole day being pretty exhausted. So today wasn't particularly livable, but I guess we deal, right? Anyway, so yeah, that's the dealio, and I'm here to at least try to get through more of the story. But like I said, I'm pretty tired, so this may just become another squawk session where I just fuck about. Um, I'm not super stressed about going through the story right now. With the free wishes and events, stuff like that. I'm pretty confident I'll be able to get the W engine I want, so I'm not freaking out too much. That and the live stream awards, those will be happening on the 28th. So yeah, um, yeah. I'm not sure how far we are in the story, but I will still give it a shot, even though I am pretty tired. So I guess let's give it a go. Also, I saw that you joined Shimigami. Hello, and hello, uh, Lily. I don't. I can't even read that. I need glasses or better monitors or both. Either way. We are here to at least try to advance the story. Had to reload, sorry. You're fine. Don't worry. Don't worry about a thing. I Oh, my grandmother dropped off some food sudden. So the funny thing is I was supposed to go do something with my grandmother, which I kinda answered on. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm too tired. I'll fucking face the consequences of my bullshit, which I did. I wasn't very happy about it, and I stressed about it, which is partially the reason why I couldn't slay him. But no, I got that all sorted. And then um, I went to I was only able to sleep for about an hour, and after that I couldn't go back to sleep, and it sucked. And then it wasn't until fucking 1:30 oh, to 2 o'clock in the afternoon that I was able to sleep at all. And then I got 3 hours, and I was like, well, shit, I really want to just sleep, but I know that I'm supposed to stream later. Um, I have a note about that. And sorry, I know I'm supposed to stream later, so I'll get up. And then I was a little late to stream today because I was not sure what exactly I really wanted to do. Um, so yeah, but we're here. On the note of streaming more. I'm gonna probably stop with Zenless after the end of this chapter for a little while. Maybe I'll do a reaction stream to the to the live stream if it's short enough. But I'm not going to try to stress about the story as much, because even if I did all the story, I'm gonna have more than enough wishes to get Dialid's W engine. So I'm gonna do my best to not stress about that. Oh yeah, I made some. I've kind of reached a wall when it comes to the enigmatic labyrinth. Oh yeah, hold on. Who are defense agents? What are the defense agents in this game?
The ocean's got a different
Panda's a defense agent, right?
Man is iron, rice is steel.
Well, no. There's no 5 stars. No, sorry, there's no 4 stars. Who's okay? No, that's also a 4 star. Who's a fucking? I don't know if I have a 5-star defense agent. Just filter. Is there a filter? Oh, there is a filter. Defense. The only. Oh yeah. So. Okay, I need to check something. Also, thank you, Argon. I appreciate that. Shoot me. Sorry. In the enigmatic labyrinth, I was looking at the things that you can get. Outpost logistics. Nope, that's not what I want. Fuji's store. Yes. Sorry that I'm saying I'm still lagging. I'm behind a little. Whatever they're called, the things that you get for no, not that. Blueprints? Yeah, these. So when I was looking through these for characters that are tankers, because I have Zhao, so I was like, okay, I got the one for Astra Yao and I got the one for Ye Xingguang. I could not find one for I couldn't find one for Zhao. And I was fucking confused. Also, I noticed one of the bugs you were talking about, because some of these are just copy and pasted. Or a lot of these are copy and pasted. Like a bunch of these just say, I use Nanong Yu as the template. But I couldn't find Zhao's, and I'm looking for Caesar's, but I don't think there's one of these for a Caesar either. They didn't make them for defense agents for some reason. Which is fucking stupid, but nothing I can do about that. Oh, well, we do get a better one, I guess, which is alright, I suppose. Yeah, that kind of bugged me, because I was really excited to get Zhao's. If, Zhao is like my favorite character, so I was pretty disappointed. Also, hopefully I don't die now. Also, that hound can go fuck itself. Because it started killing me really brutally last night, and I got really pissed off about it. Wait, do I have any... No, I don't have any valuables. Is this just what's valuable? Okay. I love my favorite femboy lovers. Yes. Yeah, so I was just doing that. Oh yeah, I did unlock this season commissions, and I'm not looking forward to doing them. The key cards ones, I'm not super thrilled about. Are key cards like one-time use, or does it permanently unlock that thing forever? Or do you have to keep collecting them? Because I don't want to keep collecting them. Apparently I'm married and I just learned about it. Oh. Well, that's nice. Um, 10 perfect blocks. Not sure about that one, but yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. I might do some. I might try to do some of this later. I haven't completely decided yet. But for now, story. And then moving on to other games because I want to do other games. Zenless isn't that great for growth, and quite frankly, I would just kind of want to play other things. I grind this like in my own time as is, and I'd really rather not do it on stream and then do it a bunch off stream, and that just leads to burnout, and I'm trying to avoid that. It's you guys, the ones who saved me. It's you. Much, much better. Thanks to you and your friends. I was just thinking about how to thank you all, and here you are. Don't worry about it. We're simply doing what was right. I'm just glad to see that you're safe and sound. But we're here today to ask you about something, if you don't mind. I only play a little bit. I'm only really grinding hard because I want dial-in stuff. Otherwise, I would most likely just start the game and stop it, and then grind at all the events um when they're almost like done. Also, by the way, there's a new event for gaining more polychrome if you haven't done it or started it yet. Ask away, know what you blah blah blah. Ask around the bush or beat around the bush. Arrays, divine deities, why is it always? My old man mentioned it once. Over the past few decades, outsiders would show up every now and then. Some who just move into the staff family quarters and kept sneaking deeper into the mining area. They were always asking old-timers at the mine about stuff from back then. Seems like they're digging for something, mystical arrays or whatever. Did they find anything? I just remember there was a guy who spoke real nice and a woman who was always smiling. He even helped treat my old man's illness. They were good people. Once they said something about making progress on whatever they were doing. And then, well, everything went south, didn't it? All those things they tried probably didn't work. If it had worked, maybe disaster wouldn't have happened. If there was really such a deity, people wouldn't have died and families wouldn't have been torn apart. Besides the array, do you perhaps remember any other details around the time of the incident 10 years ago? Any detail would help. Other details, there's something I remembered recently. Last time I went to the Hollow, I just wanted to check out my old play. What? Oh, there she goes. But I did spot these really nice looking white flowers blooming all over. Yeah, folks have been saying those white flowers are a good sign that the miasma is receding. Come to think of it, I vaguely remember seeing something similar in the... Oh, thanks for following, Miss Lilith. No, you couldn't be. Come to think of it, blah, blah, when I lived in the district many years ago. The area around those white flowers was clean, too. No trace of miasma in sight. Back then, I thought it was fun to hide next to those white flowers whenever I got into trouble with my folks. It felt oddly comforting. That pretty much is all there is to it after that. The miasma outbreak happened, and we couldn't even go home anymore. Not many survived. Some moved far away. Others relocated here, and, well, as time passed, we just lost touch. Come to think of it, it's quite a coincidence. Recently, besides you, well, you're my saviors. I might as well be honest. Someone else asked me about... Asked? Me about that array stuff, too. It was... this young man who even gave me a fat stack of hush money, telling me not to breathe a word of this to anybody else. Said something about how this info was tied to some dangerous stuff and they couldn't let other people be caught up in it. Maybe senior. What did he look like? Do you have brown hair, wear glasses, dressed in the Youngquay Summit training attire? No, he was nothing like that. He was a tall, slim man, black clothes, black hair, and there was a certain aura about him. He spoke politely and was quite generous, too. If he hadn't saved me, I would have kept my lips sealed about him. So it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. Don't feel down. We still made good progress on this trip. Let me check some other places and see what we can find. Just then, Ning Ching's somewhat anxious voice comes from not far away. What? Are you done? I get it. You're cute. You want love and affection. I'm giving her head rubs. Is Ning Ching being held up by somebody? Let's go check it out. Yo. I have important matters to attend to. Please stop pestering me. Hey there, don't leave, friend. I just said that I see some darkness clouding your vision. There's some terrible malignances locked between those brows of yours. If this great... Can you quit your bitching? Go down. Go lay down. Cat is complaining. Great misfortune may befall you. Lucky you met me just for 5,000 dennies. Oh, you little shit. What the hell are you talking about? Get out of here. The fortunate seller looks embarrassed, but quickly locks eyes on Xiaoguang. Is finding a new target. Hey there, young lady. You have the most spiritual aura. Come let me read your fortune and we can work out a good price. It's fate that we met. This is terrible. A terrible omen. The stars have fallen. The moon is broken. And your path is fraught with peril. Barely a glimmer of light to be seen in the dark, my lady. You may face a great calamity soon. To overcome tribulation, you need. What nonsense. So you want us to pay to break the curse? Sakura, what are you doing? Well, I'm not a great at divination myself. I have a master who's an expert. Khan is in the north, Lee is in the south. Sorry, but your compass is wrong. The positions of Dewey and Schwann trigrams, they're not quite right either. We've got other matters to attend to. Let's take our leave now. Why do we keep running through nuts and experts these days, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah, whatever you say, Sharky. Why do you keep running into tough guys? Guy I saw the other day saw right through me too. Even little girls aren't easy to fool anymore. The gig's getting harder and harder to pull off. The fortune teller grows frustrated with embarrassment, recalling the tall, dignified young man in black the other day. Oh yeah, it was young man, your face speaks of noble fortune, but let's see a glint of worry in your brows. Let this great master read your fortune I've laid out for you. Hey, don't mess with that. Keep your hands off. Off, I say. Victory at all costs. Shifu always said divination is my worst subject. Too restless, too unfocused to get accurate readings. But this time, I choose to trust in my divination. If no word comes when that wretched creature appears, I will give it my all. Why is everyone staring at Banya Shifu? The atmosphere is getting weirder and weirder. Shida's coming back. What? What? You got the zoomies? Well, do you want attention or not? Do you want pets or not? You don't get to fight me on this. Oh, fine. Fuck off then. Christ. And the cat's like, I want attention, but I don't want you to pet me, but you need to give me attention. It's like, come on! Right now, I actually want to look around, see more, see if there's anyone else my brother and I used to know. Why don't you head back first? Don't worry, I'll be back soon. Xiaoguang is focused on finding her brother. She hasn't even noticed the strange atmosphere. Head back to Banya Shifu. Very well. Oh, it really is a heap of scrap. As she must have been blind back then, bringing that thing from the hollow and treating it like a person. Ashu treated it with such kindness. Look at how it repaid her, just standing by, watching her die. No wonder they said it was a killing machine before. That thing's got no heart. I mean, I didn't even that forbidden fruit test or poor Ashu saved such a thing and brought it back. Now she is gone, and her only brother, no one's heard from him in years. Banya Shifu. Years ago, I committed unforgivable sin. The evidence is irrefutable beyond any dispute. Their resentment, their boundless hatred, it is the karma I deserve. I must bear it. One day I shall explain it all to you. You return to Swabian Temple with Banyu.
Banyu Shifu, about what just happened.
My apologies. My unannounced visit has caused trouble for the people here. Oh, the blame is mine. Please don't let it trouble you. If there are words that can ease even a bit of their pain, then it is a burden I should bear.
He seems to have a past that's hard to talk about.
I understand. I won't ask further. But if you ever want to talk about it, I'll always be there to listen.
Thank you.
Banya gives you a fuck.
Those white
I mean, he
flowers
does
we
not give
noticed
you a
last
fuck. I
time
don't think
also
anybody here would
appeared
be able to
before the
handle that.
miasma.
That is a lot of metal. Bunny gives you a grateful look while staying silent. Soon the others return. Everybody gathers to share what you found.
Outbreak back then. Xiaoguang's intuition was right. If the white flowers are showing up again, it must be a sign of something. And the array that's been repeatedly mentioned, some of the survivors remember it, so it seems like it really does exist.
Whether Sarah is after the array for good deed for the day or not, we need to visit the old residential area near the mining site.
Agreed.
Do you want to head back?
Xiaoguang, are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. If the leads brought us there, then it's time I faced the past.
All right. Once everyone's prepared, we'll set out.
Shall we head out? Sure. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, pick a third member.
You got me into this time.
Cool.
I'll give you a hand. Yeshungguang of Yunquai Summit, heeding your summons.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't leave trial mode if I wanted to. I have a full tummy and it's making me tired. I actually thought about doing Elite Dangerous today, I'm not gonna lie. I'll definitely be doing that on occasion. Not super often, but I would like to do it once in a while.
Has been mapped. Destination: the old mining site's residential area.
Where the mind dwells, the sword follows. The next line of the sword control mantra is reflecting the void, right? No, it should be enlightenment within. Oh, where the mind dwells, the sword follows. Enlightenment within, awakening Jingming.
Shake the earth.
Oh, finally got it right. Looks like our Xiaoguang is a bit off her game today. Did you do something bad last night and ended up whispering the spell to your pillow in your sleep? The next part should be stellar circulation? No, wait. It's... Huh? That's strange.
Do you want to take a break?
Xiaoguang, you don't look so well. Maybe we should take a break.
No need. I just got a little distracted. Maybe it's because I'm walking this familiar yet strange road again. My mind just can't quite keep up.
Are you sure you're all right? We can take a short break. There's no need to hurry.
I'm guessing that's the
Secrets
mnemonic
hidden in that
for
place aren't going
controlling the
anywhere.
sword.
If you're not feeling well today, we can go another day. I'm okay, really. Stellar circulation. Qingming leads the way. See? I just got distracted earlier. Let's keep moving.
We're getting close. There appears to be a barricade ahead.
Okay. Can we go? Can we continue?
Pass blocked again? stand those customer complaints that keep holding up the line. Now what's the complaint?
I'll leave this.
Oh, I can't wait to have Dylan properly built. It will be great.
Free as the skies.
Obstacle block in the rage, just like last time. Find a minecart and blow
Looks
shit
like
up.
we gotta clear these miasma tumors and find a minecart like last time.
Boop, 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 boop. Miasma tumors. I only see the one? Oh, wait. What? I guess I got it. But there's still one more. Oh. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Ta-da! Look more complex than last time. We'll need to switch the tracks twice.
There's a control panel over there. Now we can head back and try operating the minecart. Hard to believe it still works after all these years.
Well, that's the nice thing about just basic physics.
Seems that the workers put a lot of heart into making these machines.
There's another one here.
Come on. Kaboom. Come on.
Why so quiet?
That tracks. Yep.
Belle, the other side of the bridge is where the residential area used to be.
This bridge leads to where Xiaoguang used to live.
This bridge. When we were kids, my brother loved bringing me to the middle of it to play. He said the view of the river was clearest from there. We'd always compete. Whether that was who could throw a stone farthest or make a bigger splash. He always let me win. Back then, the bridge felt so long. Like it went on forever. And it would never end. And on that day, 10 years ago, all I remember is it was dark and noisy. Screams and the sounds of things collapsing. And that
Oh,
suffocating
brother.
feeling. Like I couldn't breathe or move at all. There was a figure. Tall and steady. Holding me and my brother. It felt safe and reassuring. But also cold. The figure ran swiftly across the bridge, carrying us. I remember the bridge rushing by beneath us, the wind in my ears, and the sound of his heavy footsteps.
Xiaoguang, do you remember who it was?
That figure was the one who saved you and Senior Ye, right? Do you still remember who it was?
No, I don't. But that was when I realized, in moments of danger, being saved, even in a slightly cold embrace, can bring such deep comfort.
Is that so?
Let's keep going. We'll cross this bridge with you, together, to the other side.
Those floating boulders. I feel like I've seen them before. They must have some special use.
Sorry, I am like quietly jamming. I have Benson Boone song on. Save the cheerleaders, save the world. I don't know, Hero. I don't know if I can do that.
There are even
That
more
is
of
that
these
show is such a like.
Here we go. More than
It feels like a relic of a forgotten time because it's the superhero show before superhero shows were like a thing. And I miss Heroes so much.
Dreadful depths.
Kind of for its time, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Heroes was the superhero show when the only time that kind of thing really happened, it was animated or it was like Blade, maybe. I think Blade was like the only live action superhero thing to be around at the time, to my knowledge. $6 Million Man, Wonder Woman. Uh, that's a whole other age, right? Like those were like around the 80s and 90s. But Heroes, I think, was around 2002, 2003, something like that. Anyway, it was the shit, and even like nowadays, it's still a decent show. I mean, obviously, it goes off the rails because writer strikes, but the first season is still like one of the better seasons for a show. Period. I very much miss it. I should probably watch it or rewatch it. It's been quite a long time, and I miss it dearly. Oh, Peter Petrelli, you misguided fool. There seems to be more white flowers here compared to everywhere else we've been through.
Those stone-lined
That show was
statues
so
over there,
interesting.
they're completely different
The
from how I
problem
remembered them.
is that originally the show was meant to be kind of each season was meant to be its own. You hear about the cheerleader Hayden? Oh yeah, no, the Hayden passed away at she was only 36. I honestly kind of forgot about the fact that she was a part of Heroes. I found out that she voiced Kyrie in Kingdom Hearts 2, which we will play at some point, for better or for worse. And I'm very excited for that whenever that's going to happen. I was going to, if Kingdom Hearts collection was on sale, I was going to buy it, but it's not anymore, so have to wait. But yeah, no, I heard about that. But the first season of the idea with Heroes is that each season was meant to be its own anthology or its own like self-contained story. And unfortunately that didn't really go about because like the writer's strike and shit. And they they decided to continue it when with a lot of characters that were straight up supposed to be dead. I think Peter was supposed to die, Nathan was supposed to die, Jessica or the blonde woman is supposed to, I think, either be dead or wounded. Her husband was supposed to be dead. Hero was supposed to survive and take over his father's company, I think. What else? A lot of characters were supposed to end up dead in the end, and they ended up changing that. Oh, Matt was supposed to die too. He was straight up filled with a bunch of fucking bullets in the end of that episode. So, though I am glad they kept him around for after that, considering he was one of the better parts of the show.
Time truly is relentless. Just 10 years, and the statues over there have already eroded so much. The wind whistling through these empty windows.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to go
Sounds
on
like
for
weeping.
4 seasons of the same characters. It was meant to be each season was its own self-contained story. Maybe some references to what happened in previous ones, but like um but yeah, like at the end of the first season, almost everybody was supposed to die. If there was ever mention of any of the other characters in the second season, it was meant to be like offhand comments or like things that happened in the news. And the next season was meant to follow another set of protagonists, and so on and so forth. But things just kind of went to shit. So, and then the writer's strike just drove it into the fucking ground. I mean, I'll still watch the whole damn thing. That hurt, but I do understand that it's not that great after season one. Also, I love Sylar becomes like arguably the best thing about the show in the later seasons, as he like figures his shit out. His ability is so, or the way the abilities work on that show are so interesting. It's one of the better things that I liked about the powers later is that some powers are just straight up evolutions of others, like Sylar's empathic or Sylar's um what's it called, intuitive whatever, I can't remember what it's called, is just an evolved form of Peter's empathic mimicry. And if Sylar really wants to, he could just learn powers the same way Peter does, but the difference is that by cutting people's heads off, he knows how a power works in every way, shape, or form, and he's almost a master of it from the moment he gets that power. I need to look up what it's called now. Cause of discussion, cool. I would love to talk about Heroes. I haven't seen that show in forever, and I have thought about it. I'll occasionally have small binges where I'll go watch like a ton of clips on YouTube. Oh, I think it's called Intuitive Aptitude. Hold on. I think there was talk about trying to redo the show. Yeah, Sylar's ability is called Intuitive Aptitude. The downside is the hunger that it gives you. I think if the show continued properly and didn't get that lame ass sequel that, from what I hear, was hot garbage and had worse effects than the original show, which is saying something. Sylar could have been a great character. Because he's arguably the most complex character in the entirety of a show, being horribly abused throughout it in one way or another, or manipulated by one person or another. Even his original mission and hunger aren't even his own fault. That's just Chandra Suresh's. He purposely got him to feed the first time, and then he couldn't stop him, and so on and so on. I did like the idea of Sylar and Peter being brothers. Would have been really cool. I did like future Sylar. Uh, though I don't like that he just kind of disappeared. But I digress. Anyway, yeah, no, I love that show. He could have been so much more. He was the chosen one. Star Wars show. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, Peter was meant to be more too. The issue with Peter is that unlike Sylar, who was built to, I mean, he was also meant to die, but Sylar was built to have an obnoxious amount of power and become one of the most unstoppable people. And from what I can tell, his story arc was to, since they decided to keep him, was to slowly have him heal himself through all the abuse, the manipulation that everybody was doing to him, and finally work his shit out. Sure, he was a horrible person and manipulative and a murderer, but inherently it wasn't his fault. And when he starts seeing what he's like on the outside, he starts to fundamentally change. And he learns to control his hunger in a way that doesn't involve eating people, so to speak. And he could have been better. Peter, on the other hand, was like designed from the get go to not have his powers, or to die, because because he is so obnoxiously strong in his own right, and a ticking time bomb. Should have been closer to the boys, but the populace cannot handle such dark themes at the time. Even like the boys. Hi Frankie, we're having a discussion about old TV shows, so sorry about that. I'm all right. I don't think Heroes needed to be grittier and darker with an asterisk. It could have been, and it would have been probably fine. I don't have a summer vacation. But I don't think it could have been anywhere near The Boys. The Boys is, I'm not going to say it's a really, really shit show, but the last season was hot garbage. Like, the best episode of the last season, other than maybe the last episode in general, was probably the one where it just shifts from different characters' perspectives. Also, that show has way too much cock in it. Like, I'm all for full frontal nudity in a show, but The Boys has way too much of it. I mean, The Boys was in it, like, I get what The Boys was doing, and I was okay with it, but it eventually evolved into, like, nudity was a constant, and that started to actually bug me. And the fact that they had not one but two different characters who had a giant tentacle cock as a power that are detailed, that's kind of where I started to not want to watch the show. I only mean darker theme and death. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. If they remade Heroes nowadays, I feel like it would be way too difficult to do, especially if you're doing it in modern times with, like, regular smartphones and shit. It'd be fucking impossible for anybody to keep most people to keep their powers a secret. Though arguably you could have Micah be be dealing with that. That'd be pretty cool. You ever think there was a time where Micah, like, instructed somebody's pacemaker to turn off? Micah was the technopath. Anyway. But yeah, darker. I mean, it was decently dark. Nice pacemaker you got there, yeah. I mean, the show was decently dark. I mean, it straight up just had people dying relatively all over the place. Or being wounded, kidnapped. It wasn't blatant gore, but it was dark enough. I mean, the way he killed Isaac is pretty brutal, whether or not you show it. And they did show it. The only thing they probably couldn't get away with, aside from the bit with Sky High's Technopath was better. Yeah, I could agree with that. That's a whole different conversation, though. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the show is decently dark. The only thing that they didn't show, most likely because that would have been a little too much for audiences, would be Sylar desecrating physical brains. not only because that'd be incredibly messy, but that was one thing that was never really explained, was just why brains disappeared so cleanly. At least I don't remember them ever explaining that. They just kind of disappeared. I know the thing is that he figures out how the person works, but like we never found out what the fuck he did. I know people are like, well, maybe he just flushes it, or maybe he eats it, or whatever. Though he confirms later he doesn't eat brains. I feel like they might have wanted to go that route in terms of darkness, but then realized that that might have been a little too gritty, even like, and make people treat him like he's a zombie. Brains.
I want to take a look around on my own for a bit. That's
But yeah,
probably for the
the show
best.
could have been darker, but I think it was decently dark enough.
Hi, yeah. I heard you used to come here to help
Especially
out.
with how some people will
Why are you
just
so quiet now that you've
die.
returned?
I mean, there's the dude who sucks himself into his own black hole. There's the various people that Siler kills. There's the painter, Isaac, who was impaled into the floor with his paintbrushes, only to then have his head chopped off. Though he did it, he was actually pretty like chill, knowing what was going to happen, and I feel like that pissed Siler off. He's like, this is usually when people start screaming. It's like, I know what you're going to do. There's everything that Jessica did, and she ripped people to pieces. And or just had piles of corpses. It was, I think the show was maybe not gritty, but it was decently dark. It didn't feel like a DC superhero movie, but it was, I think it was sufficiently dark for what it needed to be. Anyway, enough talk about heroes.
Banyue?
Ever since we've entered this area, Shifu has been unusually quiet. Perhaps he sensed something.
Surface of the Lionstone statue covered in cracks. Banya gazes at its base. Fuck! Viscous liquid detected. Risk assessment 0%. Fuck you. Oh, it doesn't even let me finish. Motherfucker.
Really sweet.
Anyways, I'm super down to talk more about that show later, though, because I love it. It's
He's not
great.
even sure if he can eat them.
Oh, thank you.
See that? I told you he can understand us.
Thanks a lot, big guy. Because you helped clear the collapsed tunnel, the kids can all go home for dinner.
Here, this is for you.
Him and his stress balls of gourd. That's horrible. Strange board spreads around and play its heat from a human palm.
Where you come from, and this old lady can't even see what you look like. This suit of armor feels awfully cold to the touch, but I know there's a warm heart beneath it all.
Are you able to tell us what we should call you?
Abnormal care, blah blah blah. Suppress my asthma over it. Bunya's core emotion module permanently activated. Mission name Rebirth. He launches them superheated at ethereals, so I think it fits. I mean, that's fair. Hey, when you call them truth-seeking orbs, is that like what he calls them, or is that just like a reference to Naruto? Which makes me sound like an ass saying, but okay. The Ethereals around here have been pretty much cleared out. I think I can walk by myself, see if I can find anything. Let's split up and do some investigating. This way of descent that you speak of from your words, it sounds like not just anyone can pave it. That silhouette, her brother. Of course, only the devout, only those who completely surrender body and soul, anchoring themselves solely to the supreme will, can sense their presence and invoke their descent. You're beating around the bush. Don't tell me you still don't trust me. I'll help you locate the array, so it should give you more concrete details. I've already said when the creator descends, only I can determine where they'll appear. This is my sacred honor and also a boundary that it cannot be crossed. You need only to follow in my footsteps. Even if someone were to tail us here like rats trying to watch us agreed, it would all be in vain. If you go further, you won't be able to hide that side of yourself anymore. Better face who you really are, Yishin Xion. Just remember, everything comes with a price. What you cherish, what you protect, what you fear to lose, perhaps, they can all become nourishment that feeds the new order, huh? The balls are proverbial seeking oneself in Buddhism martial arts.
That was a vision of my brother. And Sarah?
This kind of thing has happened before. It seems to be related to my asthma reacting to me.
This has happened before. Something in me seems to trigger a reaction from the miasma, recreating these scenes from the past. But I'm not sure how it works, or how accurate they are. If that is a recreation of the past, judging by where the visions appeared and what they said, the array is most likely somewhere beyond this door.
The way my brother spoke, and that feeling of briefly touching the past, what we saw must have been a glimpse of something that really happened. And the things he said, I know my brother better than anyone. He only speaks that way when he's calmly planning something in his head. There's no concrete evidence yet, but I think we can at least rule out the worst case scenario. My brother must have had other motives, just like we suspected. Will you trust me on this?
I trust you.
I trust your judgment, Xiaoguang. And I trust Senior Ye too. If we keep following their trail, I'm sure we'll figure out why he hasn't sent word back yet.
Yeah. They went through this door.
Zhao Guang pushed through the door, but it wouldn't budge. Seems to be locked.
Huh. It seems to be locked.
How do you open it again? Back then, one of the neighborhood uncles set up a secret lock to keep the kids out. But later, some of the older kids overheard the password.
Xiaoguang, did you remember something?
I thought that after so many years, and with all the chaos back then, I wouldn't remember much. Yet the moment I got here, some memories just came back on their own. If we walk a bit further back and go upstairs, there should be a platform. Dad would sometimes sit there, and I'd run over, cling to his back, and ask him to tell me stories. He said every star was once an extinguished miner's lamp, and that the lumite ore mined from the tunnels was made from stars dreaming and falling to the earth. I later realized he feared the miners who died in the miasma would be forgotten. Just like now, how I'm afraid of forgetting his voice. We know now that my brother and Sarah went beyond this door, but I don't want to break it or anything around it unless it's absolutely necessary. Why don't you check out the other places first? Let me think a bit. Maybe I'll remember. When we regroup, if I still can't remember how to open it, then we can consider the other ways to get through. Okay?
But
All right, I'll check other places first. Stay safe and don't push yourself too hard.
can I move? Thank you. Onwards. Ominous ruins. Corner with a strange vibe. Some of the building ruins and wall sections are unusually smooth, unlike natural breaks. The scratches look more like they were carved by something winged monsters around here. Ugh, more reading. Why is there still no response? If it comes to that point, then I'll have no choice but to another illusion.
Do you hear the bones wailing? This shell has long been overloaded. You couldn't even feel the softness of flowers and grass. Why bother playing the fool who guards the spring? Why keep moving forward with a broken vessel? You still have an easier, happier choice. No more shackles of atonement. No more chains of duty. Exile into nothingness is the most complete repayment for those sins. It's you.
Banya Shifu, what's
Banya
wrong?
Shifu? What's wrong?
I think I just heard a strange, eerie voice.
Is it that weird voice Dylan mentioned before? If it's back again, is something off here?
Yes, I can sense extremely strong miasma behind these walls. That voice creeps in quietly and clouds the mind. It would be best to keep your guard up. I've also noticed something peculiar. The miasma is thick here, but when we approach the field of white flowers, it seems as if the corruption dissipates.
Now that you mention it, I have the same feeling. So the miasma thinning out like an ebbing tide isn't as natural as it looks. It's like the white flowers are guiding the miasma to collect in one direction. Strange white flowers? Weird voices? Something's definitely off in this hollow. Xiaoguang and I even saw visions near the door of Sarah and Senior Ye heading deeper inside. If our guess is right, the array they were looking for should be in that same direction.
In that case, it's too dangerous to just rush in blindly. Let's wait for everyone to finish investigating, then regroup before deciding our next move.
We still have one more thing to look at, right? Yes. Da da da. Da 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 da. The place once filled with children's laughter and joy, now covered by a thick layer of dust. All the constructs are mostly lost technology. Even Sunbringer cannot build a new one from scratch. Oh. That's interesting.
Ugh, it's so quiet here. It's giving me the creeps. Dylan, have you found anything?
Quiet. I suppose so. But in a place where people struggle just to get by, quiet can mean something else. Either too hungry to speak, or holding their breath to what's happening outside. If it weren't swallowed by the hollow, even an abandoned place like this would still have some signs of life. The scurrying of mice inside the walls.
No, Banya
the
was
drip
repaired
of
by
leaking
Sunbringer.
pipes, and the wind whistling through the broken window cracks.
Dylan's calm expression shifts, replaced by a complex gaze, blending concentration with a strange sense of understanding. She hesitates for a moment, showing a hint of confusion.
Under what circumstances would a person feel thankful toward their killer?
Thankful? Towards their killer? That's pretty heavy. Why ask something like that all of a sudden? Did you hear something again?
I asked first. Aren't you going to answer my question?
Mercy killing.
Thanking their killer. Maybe it's for a sense of release? Like when someone's trapped in despair and suffering. Or perhaps it marks the end of revenge, making the killer live on with that guilt. That's a punishment harsher than death. There's another possibility. Sometimes, only by dying yourself can the person you care about most keep on living.
Only by dying yourself can the one you care about most keep on living?
The swing comes to a stop and Dylan seems lost in thought.
Eternal vigil. The Creator's sacred edict.
Why are there sacrifices here?
I have become cat throne. My cat almost never wants to do that.
This one bears a strain.
If I didn't want a Maine Coon so goddamn bad, I would get a bunch of really small cats.
Focused on Dylan and Bon Yushifu.
At least one of them would like me like that, right? Would want to just like chill and cuddle and shit.
Familiar.
The miasma here is so intense.
Such a vicious aura. Let me gauge what it's capable of. That attack's dangerous. Don't rush in. Find a way to counter it.
Save your lessons for your obedient little students.
Though to be perfectly clear, if I get a Maine Coon, I'm not getting one, I'm getting two. I don't like. I want the cat to have like another cat to play with. ZZZ looks like Lula's fighting style. One can come over another side of the journey and third side of my shoulder would be good. ZZZ is closer to Genshin than Zenless. Zenless does not have a as open of a world, for example. As for these characters, these are all like the China characters from like you know how MiHoYo has a China world? That's these characters. Can't stay long, I'm in VC, but just wanted to stop by. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by. After sacrifices are defeated.
The Creator's call.
The miasma's getting thicker. Be careful.
Enough sneaking around! Show yourself!
Hurry up and pack your stuff. What's there to be so sentimental about in this dump? It's all gonna be swallowed by the hollow anyway.
What's the rush? Didn't city management say they've hired some powerful medium? They said we just need to draw a lot and it'll all be fine.
Let's go. Time to draw lots. Fong, where's that little tag-along of yours?
Hey, I got a question. What do Hollow Raiders like do normally? Because I was just thinking that if I was in the Zenless world and I was relatively strong, I'd probably spend a lot of time in Hollows just killing shit. Trying to make them smaller. Yeah. So I was just thinking, like, what do Hollow Raiders normally try to get in Hollows? Just grab whatever was in buildings that were sucked into hollows. Like high-risk thievery. I'd do what it takes to have proper equipment, but otherwise I just kind of eliminate everything and keep doing that.
Auntie Fong.
It's me. Why are you hiding here?
It's
You
lost
haven't
loot.
eaten
Okay,
half
but
of
I
it.
mean, like,
Everyone's
is
gone
that
hell
just what
then.
normal raiders
We
do?
should go too once you've eaten something.
Those people were just talking about drawing lots. What's that?
Ah, don't be scared. I'm right here for you. That drawing lots thing is just for show. Nothing's going to happen to you, Dylan.
Evacuate.
Yeah, I know. I get it. We've gone over that.
If we just choose one person, use them as a shell, and borrow their life, I can guarantee everyone's safety. Each person values their own life. That's precisely why we are drawing lots to decide. All right, fair and square. Everybody's happy. The heavens have already made their choice. It is you, unlucky girl.
Don't be sad, Auntie Fong. I'm okay.
So free stuff that can be valuable but risky.
This is the end. It's too late now. Too late!
All I ever wanted was just to live an ordinary life.
My last wish.
Alive. You were already dead, and I'm going to die soon.
That trick. Who knows how many times they pulled that one? Now, we're all gonna die!
I should have evacuated. Why did I ever believe that crap about a shell and borrowing lives? Those scamming bastards! And that old wretch who made us draw lots. They'll pay for this with their lives!
Draw lots.
Only big organizations are trying to push back hollows.
Going to die.
It doesn't feel like it, at least not from what we can tell.
No, I have to think. Figure out a way to get out of the hollow. I must warn her.
The only time so far, at least in the story that I've seen, where anybody's done anything having to do with a hollow is when it reaches its zenless limit. That's it. And they're like, no.
Follow these voices. I have to get out. I have to tell Auntie Fong. That medium and those people from the outside, they're lying.
How could this happen? Where's that witch? Where are the people from the city construction company? Help!
Didn't you see that?
I realized the only, first like the biggest hollow, like 3 miles.
It was your idea.
That's a decent amount.
What do you have to say about this?
I thought I'd found someone to die in my stead. But who could have known?
I probably wouldn't work on big hollows. I'd probably work on like the small ones and work my way up through that.
Dylan! 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 I'm fine. I fell into their trap. I got careless.
I mean, if we're talking about an orb, 3 miles on the outermost bit going inwards, that's still a decent chunk. Especially with only 5 people for something that huge. That's really wild.
Dylan, Banyue Shifu, are you alright?
After that sacrifice disappeared, you both just froze in place. No matter how we tried to get your attention, you wouldn't respond. We were really worried.
Ugh, the voice is back.
Was
that voice back again?
Yes.
What did it say?
That's the thing, so many working to keep all the hollows under control and making sure more do not pop up.
Huh. Could it mean the creator's call? That the sacrifice mentioned was really from the actual creator?
The thing is like, how quickly could top Void Hunters eliminate small hollows? Like, I imagine they could kill them off. Especially ones in areas like on the in the Outer Ring where there's not much out there, so or there's not much for them to use to expand, so they're stuck at their small size. So at that point, all you need to do is really, can you fuck off, cat? He's bouncing off the back of my chair like a fucking ping pong ball. Anyways, that would be a start to or at least a start of a fix. And then once you have all those dealt with, then you can take that manpower and just move on to bigger and better things, and so on and so forth. At least that's the idea. Suppose I'm avoiding Soetset. I mean, okay, fair enough.
But why is the voice only targeting me and Banye? You guys really haven't heard anything since we entered this area? A voice that sounds like your own whispering in your head?
A voice like my own? No, I haven't heard anything like that. But when you two froze, the Qingming sword reacted slightly in its case. The case was sealed by Shifu herself. This is the first time I've seen it react like that.
That's even more interesting. Seems something else in this hollow has had its eye on us while we've been searching for the array in Yashuyan. Who knows why it's here, but whatever it is, chances are it's not some merciful deity. Anything that messes with our minds like that isn't here to save anyone.
There's an unknown presence lurking in this hollow.
Can you stop?
Even someone as strong as Banyue Shifu got caught by it.
I want to keep following my brother's trail.
With so much at stake, and for everyone's safety, we should report back to Yunquei Summit before proceeding further. Shifu and the elders know Limnian Hollow better than anyone.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Someone may know what's behind all this.
Xiaoguang's right.
Xiaoguang's got a point. Plus, the miasma is really thick behind the barrier, and that weird voice could come back any time. We'd better get out of here.
I agree. Having that voice keep crawling into my head is starting to get on my nerves.
Banyue Shifu? Well, what do you think?
Vanya takes one last look at the sealed gate and nods. Problem with that is that by new Arity law, the constructs have the right to take the test. Have they gone over what the forbidden fruit test like really is? Or is that something that we haven't quite got around to yet?
Ye Xingguang, the one who inherited the Qingming sword at a young age. I've heard that your talent really stands out among the younger generation of Yunquei Summit, and that you might even be the most likely to become a Void Hunter.
That's more praise than I deserve. Everyone,
Because before 3.0 3.0 came out, there wasn't much or anything about it other than theories. So
I owe all of you a sincere apology.
Sorry, everyone. I wanted to wait until we had some leads on Senior Ye's whereabouts before telling the truth. I never thought we'd come across something like that weird miasma fluctuation.
After our trip to the Hollow, I understand just how serious the situation really is now. It concerns the safety of Waifei Peninsula, so I can't hide things anymore. But please, believe me. I don't have any solid proof yet, but my brother, he must have his reasons for staying with Sarah. There's no way he betrayed Yunquei Summit. We grew up together. No one knows him better than I do. He's honorable and loyal. He would never abandon his morals or hurt others for selfish gain.
Xiaoguang, Junior, we understand how you feel. We all know what kind of person Senior Ye is. We've already contacted Yishuan Shifu. She's tied up with some other important matters at the moment, but she'll head here as soon as she can. Until then, the decision rests with her.
Banyo is originally a
Thank
cold
you for
killing
your
difference
trust.
engine. Fair.
There's no need to be so formal. Just call me Xiaoguang like before.
Emotions get in the way for that kind of thing, that's for sure.
Help us get to the bottom of the abnormal miasma fluctuation before Shifu arrives.
Of course, we'll do everything we can. But Xiaoguang, for now, you should remain here at Suiban Temple. Junior Bell, please stay with her.
Huh? Yishuan Shifu specifically requested that you not take part in the investigation under any
Jesus.
circumstances.
The fuck is up her ass today?
I'm sorry.
Some of that still runs in him,
We'll
that's
head
why he
out
has
and start
regrets.
investigating with the other mystics at first light tomorrow. You just wait here for our return, all right?
With that, Qingyan leaves together with the other disciples. Xiaoguang is left standing there. That is starting to actually piss me off. No regrets, though. Worried about my safety, I understand, blah, blah, blah. Even Shifu's personality created a seal on the sword case. She constantly worried the power of the Qingyan sword might spiral out of control. Worried that I might end up like her sister. But having to stay behind everyone, kept safe, face danger while I can only wait. That gloomy look on your face, you hardly seem like Ye Xingguang I know. Being able to face any situation with composure isn't like the kind of person you are. Xiaoguang, you are too tense. After everything that happened today, you need most right now to get proper rest and recharge. How about rest for now? Sorry I've troubled everyone. Let's get some rest today. Yay! I don't think that's enough for a roll, though. Yeah, I'm 30 short. Our roll count that we need is 22 to reach pity. So that's where we're at. Soft pity, anyways. Get ready for bed. Chat with blah blah blah. I need to talk to Bellion. Snickers commercial? Don't joke. I'm hungry. Devon's Pawn Shop. I'm assuming I can buy something from here, and that's why it's having a piss fit. I mean, I guess I can get coins. No, just the coins. Why does it keep saying Boo Box? Hold up, I'm pretty sure I have all, like... I don't think there's anything new with the Bang Boos. I already maxed the thing out. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm fine. Yeah. We finished part 2. I don't want to do this. Oh yeah, this is the new event thing. The day the sun went out. I might grind more later, but I'm kind of spent. I only streamed for an hour and 20 minutes, which isn't fantastic, but it's all I can do for now. I'll do more tomorrow, probably. Unless I don't get any sleep, then who knows. But I think I'm going to call it for today and either go play some VR chat or do some grinding in Elite Dangerous. I must mine. Anyways, I hope y'all have a good night and sweet dreams, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Or something. Anyways, take care, everybody.